Hi everyone, so today I'm finally back and I am back with a tier list about all the live action Batman movies, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I got set up. Quick update. Sorry for not uploading a video for like almost 3 weeks. I unfortunately got a little bit busier, at work and personally, and then I also got the virus that you know what it is. Luckily it was all very mild. And yeah, I'm over it now and I am really excited to make this video, not only because I like talking to you guys and making content for all of you, but also because I can't wait to watch a new Batman movie. Okay, so let's get started. And first I want to get this out of the way. I've never watched this movie, but I'm gonna put it in S tier because why not? But now let's get started with the movies that I actually watched. And the first one is the first Tim Burton movie. And to be honest, I think they're overrated, especially the first one. Because yeah, it's really stylized, it's really cool. Michael Keaton does a really good job as Batman, but in my opinion, he's not great. He's okay. He's probably my least favorite Batman, and you can throw shit at me in the comments. I don't care. Just go right ahead and tell me why I'm wrong. But to be honest, I liked it. I enjoyed it quite a bit, but especially in the script, I was kind of disappointed. But once in a while, I like to revisit it because of the whole really gothic aesthetic that is very pleasing to see on screen. One of the things that I really admire of this movie is the physicality of it. Like there's no like CGI really, and I really appreciate that, and that's to be expected and from a movie from the 80s. But it's just really really cool. The gothic production design is really cool. Sorry for that little pause. Yeah, it's so cool, and I really like watching it, mainly because it's very visually appealing, and I don't want this to be an extremely long tier list, so yes, I'm just gonna put this in the B tier. However, the sequel, Batman Returns, in my opinion, is a lot better, and this is my list. It's very subjective, even though I try not to be subjective most of the time, but now I don't care. I love this movie. It's another S tier movie. Why? Because I really like it. It's probably my favorite Batman movie because it's like in the first movie they try to take themselves a little more seriously than they should have, and then in this one it's like they don't care. They don't care anymore. It's really funny. It's really bizarre. It's really cool. The production design is top notch as usual. In my opinion, it's even better. Another aspect that I love about this movie is the fact that it takes place during Christmas time, and I love Christmas. That's my favorite thing in the whole wide world, and I love it. I just absolutely love it, and yeah, that's why it's an S tier. Oh, and obviously I gotta mention that there's really cringy dialogue, especially from Catwoman. In my opinion, I don't get the hype that this Catwoman has. She does a fine job, but like I don't take any of these people seriously in the movie, but it's just so much fun, and that's why I love this movie so much. And obviously I cannot not mention Danny DeVito, which does a brilliant performance. I love every second that he's on screen. I'm actually, when I think about this movie, I think about how fun it is to see the Penguin, and how good Danny DeVito and how nasty he was. So that's why it's an S tier for me. Okay, so now it goes downhill, and we have Batman Forever. I've only watched this movie once. I didn't like it at all. It was very badly written. I still do like the production design, the costume design, even though it's like extremely silly. I appreciate that, and that's why I'm putting this one in the C tier. I don't remember much of it, to be honest, but yeah, it's not the best movie. It's not the best Batman movie by far, and that's why it's on this list. And then things just kept getting worse and worse. And the only reason why I'm not gonna put Batman and Robin in the E tier is because I love some good Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he's a really likable person. Sorry. Um, but yeah, pretty much everything else other than that is really bad. I know that you don't need me to remind you anything about the Batman credit card, about, I don't know even if they say chicks dig the car in this one, but I don't care. It's really bad. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So yeah, that's why it's on D instead of E, because I like some good old Arnold Schwarzenegger. And yeah, so with that out of the way, they took a long time without making Batman movies, released like live action Batman movies, but eventually in like 2004 or 5, Batman Begins came out, and it was an incredible improvement. But hear me out, I really like this movie. I think I'm probably gonna put it in tier B as well, and I do think that this is like a higher B tier than the first Batman movie that I put here. So I'm gonna put it first. But I don't think it's an amazing movie. It's like extremely well done, but it kind of falls apart in the third act. I think it's really fun. It's probably one of the best. It was probably at that moment the best Batman movie by a lot. But in retrospective, I think that it's just lacking something. And maybe it's also my distaste for extremely realistic superhero movies, because I'm like, well, they're already superheroes, so like it's not realistic. So why are you trying to do this gritty style? But not only that, I just hate that these movies were a big reason why in like the late 2000s and early 2010s there was a boom in really gritty, dark superhero movies, or not just superhero movies. Just take a look at that Snow White movie and the Huntsman and all that, and it's just awful. I hate that movement. I absolutely despise it, and that's another reason why I'm not gonna put it in the A tier or anything like that. And yeah, that's about it. The next movie, Dark Knight, is really good. It's really, really good. I'm gonna put it in the A tier, and I'm not putting it in the S tier because I don't love it nearly as much as Batman Returns. And yeah, that's just personal preference. I like it. I think it's definitely, at that moment, it was by far the best Batman movie. It has the best Joker, not my favorite Joker, but in my opinion, the best Joker ever. And yeah, it's an A tier because it improves in every single level, and it's a fun movie. I like watching it. It's really well done, really well shot. There's a lot of practical cinematography too, which I appreciate as always. But again, like Batman movies usually get bad in the third one, and that happened to The Dark Knight Rises, which when it first came out I actually really, really liked. But then I realized that the script is just awful. It's just awful. It makes no sense. And I know that I just complained about movies trying to take themselves too seriously and about realism and all that, but I just have a distaste for this movie, and I'm gonna put it in the D tier. It's now probably C, and it's better than Batman Forever, so I'm gonna put it there. But I really don't like it. I think it's very, very, very underwhelming. I feel like if this had been just not preceded by the two previous Dark Knight movies, it would have been, in my opinion, better, because I wouldn't have expected more. And yeah, it's just bad. I don't like it very much. I don't like Bane. I don't like the story. I don't like the ending. Yeah, nothing. I just don't. I hate Joseph Gordon-Levitt in this movie too. He's a really good actor, but I didn't like him in this one at all. Maybe I should actually rewatch it. Because I remember the first time I watched it, it was pretty fun. It was really cool seeing Batman return eventually. And yeah, I'm just realizing that I haven't watched this movie in like 5 years, so I should probably give it another shot and maybe not make a video about it, but I kind of want to revisit it and see if I change my mind. But from what I remember, it was pretty bad. But it was not nearly as bad as the DCEU. That's I hate it. there's no redeeming qualities in my opinion on from these movies. There's nothing, and like, this is a very subjective list. I just said it a couple times, and I'm saying it again. I just don't like it. I think it's bad. I don't like Ben Affleck. I don't like Henry Cavill. Nope, I just don't. I just don't like anything about this movie. I think it's really, really, really mediocre. The script is really awful. The CGI is really fucking bad. And yeah, like, I've never, ever since I watched it the first time, I've never ever wanted to watch that movie again, and that's why I'm putting that movie in the E tier, because at least with Batman and Robin there's fun stuff. It's an awful movie, but once in a while I'm like, oh, maybe I should take a look at that movie again, or maybe I'm gonna search on YouTube the iconic awful scenes from the movie. But yeah, this is why, like, this is a tier list based on, you know, my preference, and that's my least favorite Batman movie. Being a little bit more, you know, objective, I think that I would put this one up here and this one down here, but like I said before, this is my list. And I really just like the DCEU, and it kept going on that very dark, gritty style that I really dislike. That not started, but it was really popular after Hollywood saw the big success from the Dark Knight trilogy, and I really don't like Zack Snyder. I think he's one of the worst directors. No, he's not one of the worst, but he's really, really bad in my opinion. I've changed my mind recently, and I just, like, the more I think about it, the more I dislike his movies. I appreciate that he at least has a vision, but it's the same vision for every movie. It's like, I don't know. It's like you expect these things. You expect these cliches, these trademarks from him, and they're in every single movie. And I just don't enjoy their movies. The new, last year the new cut of the Justice League movie came out, and it was better. But in my opinion, it was still pretty bad. I enjoyed it, mainly because of the experience of watching it and all of that. But yeah, I think it's a bad movie. I think Batman vs Superman is even worse. So yeah, that's my tier list. Thank you so much for watching. If you hated this list, let me know in the comments why. Let me know why I'm stupid. Have fun. Just, let's just keep talking. Let me know if you're excited about the Batman. I think today's Thursday. I think I'm probably gonna watch it on Friday. So yeah, please let me know if you liked it. If you watch this after you watch the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, let me know what you think. Comment down below what you think. And yeah, I'll see you next time.